American Cornhole Organization. Yeah, it's a real thing since 2005. Find out how to play, where to play, and compete nationwide. Scan now to join the ACO family at AmericanCornhole.com. The ACO. We are Cornhole.
Hi, I'm Rich Pyle, the host of Hole Nation, where we share everything this cornhole and a lot more. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and catch our new videos every Wednesday at 7. And remember, whether it's sticky or slick side down, bring it.
Hey, what do you say, hole heads? Welcome to the ACO Underground and a triple Taco Tuesday, triple layered. Can you believe this? And of course, I'm here flying solo because the Cornhole Dude is out somewhere around the country finding a new place for us to play. But we've got a lot of ground to cover. Appreciate the indulgence the last couple of weeks. Hopefully, you've had a lot of cornhole in your life and you've had a good life over the last 3 weeks. Hopefully, you've stayed safe with the weather that's been going on and everything is looking up for the springtime. You can tell that I'm a little bit worse for wear. I've got a little bit of the human kennel cough that comes with the travel that I've been doing, but we're going to make it through together, and I hope you'll stick around because the results are great, the stories are great, and a couple of things we want to start with. First off, you saw the regional rewind there. Thank you guys for sending us the photos and the information about your regionals. We're going to get to that here in just a moment. Congratulations again to Steve and Shelby Engbretson. I'm sorry. Just got married last week, and I know they're off in who knows where. But congratulations to Steve and Shelby. I know I saw the Piles were there at the wedding, and I was hoping to get there, but my travel schedule we can discuss at a later time. But yeah, we've got three we've got to cover. We've got to cover Tulsa. We got to cover the UK and Mishawaka. We're going to do all that here in just a moment. But just a couple of quick reminders. We did just have the press release go out from our folks, our neighbors to the north. ACO Canada is alive and kicking September and May, so we're going to have that happening here, and we'll have all the details for you with tickets on sale for season 21. But thrilled to be going to Prince Edward Island there at Charlottetown with ACO Canada. And again, you can see across the bottom here, all of our bag partners are scrolling as well, and a couple of bag partners featured up front, as we like to do. Don't forget to, if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, subscribe if you haven't already, share this content and get others to subscribe, and hit that little bell. That's the key, because that's when you're going to get notified when we have new content coming up and whatnot. Now, we did put out we split the Facebook pages. We have an ACO players page, which is more technical, just for player-directed information. The ACO main Facebook page is going to be for just general overarching cornhole content. One switch I think that we're going to make is we have roll calls and things like that on the players page. I think that's perfect. Hole Nation, because it's been primarily focused on a lot of our majors and things like that, we had put on the players page as well. But there is a broader based appeal to everything that's going on with what Rich and Tracy are doing in Hole Nation. So I think that's going to be brought back to the main page, so you'll be able to find that on the main Facebook page as well. The taco will remain here on YouTube, as will Time to Fill. The reason we put Time to Fill out on Facebook last week is because I was still in the UK, and we didn't want to just, we didn't really have a tray on YouTube, if you will, for Phil for the picks. So we wanted to make sure that you saw his picks. So we ask that you, anytime you have any content, share it, bring new people into the fold. That's what the Monster program's all about. We'll get to that here in a moment when we talk about our top 20. But we started where I'd like to go now, the regional rewind. Let's go back through some of those, through that Facebook or that slideshow there, because honestly, it's so cool to see the engagement that's happening with our certified official directors and what you guys are sending us. Group 270, the CODs, that's Charles Hagan, Michael Gobin, Hoppy, and Mad Maz, who you know are all over the place. They're at Fire Dome Pizza and Wings in Henderson, Kentucky. So you see their results there. They had a blind draw for the regional on March 13th, and they had a blind draw on March 27th. 36 and 28 players busted out seniors divisions. as well, and that's pretty cool to see. So appreciate you guys at 270. And this is a question: is it 270? Have we asked this before? Is it 270? 270, but it's not really. It's 270, but it's 270. Okay, we have, because I think we've asked that about 870, haven't we? Yeah. I don't know. I'm a stickler for the language. But anyway, 270, 270, whatever you guys prefer to be called, well done. Average Joe's Cornhole. Eric Teschler has just been banging regionals out there at the Fireman's Pavilion in Lindenhurst in New York. They had the, hang on for a second. That's who did the blind draw regional I was talking about with on the 13th and the 27th. They submitted 2 here, so we appreciate that. Average Joe's, we got a chance to meet them at the Super Major in Owensboro, Kentucky. Great folks, Eric and his crew. Big D, Jonathan Zarzinski, coming up big regionals there at AJ Sports. If you've been down to those Texas majors, you've seen that AJ Sports complex. It's awesome. Doubles winners were Scotty Beck and Zach Harris, and Gavin Mullen, his first regional win. Congratulations there, Jonathan Zarzinski and his crew. Blueprint Cornhole Bags submitted one. Amber Daniels run a point on that. And you'll see the, I'm going to let it catch up here. You'll see a few of them, popping up. And her photos of her winners rolling up in there. She did a regional on March 3rd. She also went back to February 24th. And submitted one. Clear Creek Cornhole. That's our boy Magnum there in Kansas City. Now that football season's over, he's got plenty of time to run regionals, Magnum. Thank you very much. Eastern Kentucky Old Timers in Flat Gap, Kentucky. There's no better place than Flat Gap, Kentucky. Harold Auxier Jr., appreciate you, brother. ACO Seniors, Tim Haley beat out Harold for that seniors title. Trenton Combs and Tyson Smith took doubles. World singles, it was Todd Gammon over Beck Fields. Trenton Combs and Harold Auxier round out the top 4. And then we got Kingdom Cornhole. Donald Rogers ran singles and doubles. The results are still pending, but appreciate you there. Mountain State Cornhole, Marietta, Ohio. Back on March 6th, Donald Brill takes singles. Donald Brill and Michael Van Dyke take doubles. Donald Brill takes seniors. Austin Basom takes juniors, and Jeff Dillon takes Tier 3 singles. Congratulations. And then Pocono Cornhole, Tobiana, Pennsylvania. They did a February regional that they posted that we didn't get a chance to get to because of all the travel. They did one on March 15th as well that had a blind draw, world doubles, and world singles. So in the February regional, it was Ian Brady and Jeff Brown winners, Randy Butler Jr. and Blake Novicki. And the singles winner was Mark Robinson. In the March 15th regional, Jeff Brown takes the top PPR with a 9.8 to take the blind draw. He had the top PPR, but Seamus Cool and Jeff Brown took the big blind draw. World doubles, it was Brent Snyder and Jeff Brown. In singles, it was Blake Novicki with a 9.56 in singles. So that wraps up the regional rewind. Again, Taco at AmericanCornhole.com if you want to submit the divisions that you ran, some photos, information. Try to package it up as neat and tidy as you can so we can get you into the slideshow and we can get your information kicked out there. We're going to have the opportunity to go through the winners of every division, maybe not always, but we thought we'd throw them out there for you this time. And we do have a Monster Cornhole update, the top 20. And this is something. And Jordan, and look there, Indiana is banging, Kentucky banging in this world in the Monster Cornhole. I think we're well over 2,000 players now in Monster Cornhole. But look at Jordan right there. Just a couple of points ahead of Jim. And, almost at 800 points there. And, again, don't forget, the Monster Cornhole is 2 seasons long. You don't have to be a member of the ACO to participate. You can have it added to your event. MonsterCornhole.com has all the information you need, whether you're a COD right now, Certified Official Director, or if you are a player looking to get in and play at your skill level, you can certainly do that. MonsterCornhole.com. But Indiana and Kentucky kicking ass. Illinois, Virginia represented in there as well. But there's your top 20 for the week. Monster Cornhole continues to get bigger and bigger. It's becoming, if I may say, a monster in and of itself. Let's see. The cookbook is coming out very soon. More details on that. I think a lot of them on the pre-orders have already been delivered. I think Todd Ernstberger told us he's already received his on their pre-order. So if you have pre-ordered, you should be seeing it in your mailbox here real soon. We're going to have copies to take out with us here at some upcoming majors, including, I do believe, Bentonville this weekend. Excuse me, one second. Got to wet this whistle because we got some major results to get to. And first off, let's thank their respective crews. In Tulsa, it was LaBelle, it was April Clements, Craig and Ashley Irvin, Heinerman was there, Jonathan Zarzinski was there, Big D Bags was in the house as a vendor as well. Lots of cool stuff going on in Tulsa. Was it the BMX Museum, I believe, was there, and that got high marks. And also you're looking at right now a video of the space where the Worlds is going to be this year. And this place is massive. We're going to have everything, I believe, on the same level. We're going to have everything, center court, all of the play space, and we're going to have the tailgater all on the same level. You're looking at it right here. All the vendors out along Vendors Row, plenty of space throughout. LaBelle gave it his double thumbs up as one of the best places we've ever had for a world championship. So excited about that. In the BMX museum there, you can see LaBelle and Heinerman. They were both BMXers back in the day, so an opportunity to go check that out. And just one of a ton of things, a lot of great restaurants and bars in Tulsa, and great hospitality as well. So you're seeing some of the things there from the BMX. And then, of course, the Malort. They got Malorted. It's something that is specific to one particular bar. If I'm not mistaken, they come in there and they challenge you to try it, and then you tell them what you think it tastes like. That's always a challenge. I've never quite understood that. Here, this smells terrible. Smell it. Here, this tastes terrible. Taste it. I've never understood that. Or when people say, this tastes like pee. I'm like, how do you know that? But anyway, so that was the crew in Tulsa. So let's go ahead and hit those Tulsa results then, since we're talking Tulsa. Women's singles, congratulations. Kennedy Meineke, not the last time you're going to hear her name in these results, taking down Lisa Hill, whose name keeps popping up to the top, and Josephine Ernstberger takes third. And senior singles, Art Brown over Gary Ferguson. The Thrill. The Mississippi Ninja comes in third. Junior singles, Sammy Van Sickle over Chase Hollis, with Jacob Mosley in third. In the co-ed doubles, it was Lisa Hill and Brandon Lacewell taking out Kendall Cox and Chase Hollis. ACO quads, it was Big D Bags over Elite Bags, Southwest coming in third. And the big blind draw, Sebastian Barger and Gary Ferguson. It's a pretty deadly combination right there, especially if you're Sammy Van Sickle and Art Brown, who got taken down by them in the big blind draw. In ACO World Doubles, Tier 2, Randy Wall and Michael Hoaxang. Mick, nicely done. Tier 2. Tier 3, it was Todd Ernstberger and Josephine Ernstberger pairing up for the first time, I think, in quite some time, taking down Tier 3. Tier 4, Deborah Wynn and Randall Wynn, conquering Tier 4. And Tier 5 was taken by Andrew Burrows and Patrick Barger. Congratulations. In the main bracket, how about Drew Dixon and Zach Harris? I do believe first-time purple jerseys for both of them over Hunter McCullough and Justin Mickey. Some big names in there, including Craig Irvin and Russell Tabers, and a couple of others in there. So congratulations to Drew and Zach for World Doubles. In singles, Tier 2, it was Ginger Hughes. Taking Tier 2, Preston Hollis. Tier 3, Jacob Mosley. Tier 4, and TJ Mosley takes Tier 5. And some big names in the World Singles main bracket, but it was taken down by none other than Drew Waking, who continues to work his way toward the top of the field for Player of the Season points over Gavin Lesh. Sebastian Barger takes third in Tulsa. And again, the cool part is you got a chance to get out and look around and check out the area and find out what it can mean for you and what you can be doing when you're making your plans to come back for the World Championships. While that was going on in Tulsa, we were across the pond in the UK, Tamworth. It was awesome. What a great, that Stratford County fairgrounds area where we were was awesome. And can't thank anybody enough. I mean, Frank was there kind of running point with Daniel Lilly and his crew. But honestly, Nick and Alistair Pettit and the UKCL guys, Big Ben, appreciate you guys. The hospitality was top notch. You'll see all these photos kind of rolling. There's Frank in front of a giant tree for some reason. And his left hand is in a lot of photos. In case you don't know where you're supposed to look, it's there. This dairy spot here, this milking parlor, is an interesting dairy farm / brewery. And we had a chance to get back there, and you see Nick right there with Frank. I'm not sure exactly who all that is. Yeah, there's Nick, and I think got a chance to meet their respective family members, and just a big time. And I got to finally meet the Wiz in person, John Wishart, and he did a little shimmy shake for us. You'll see that video. I won't come back to haunt him at all. Craig and Byron Smith, good to see you guys again. Byron, a 2-time winner. We'll get to those results here in just a moment. John Steins, he had himself a pretty good week, and he's got himself a pretty solid cooking show going on YouTube as well. If you haven't checked out John Steins, make sure you do that, Jon. And Josh Heiser and his crew, the Berry Baggers, were all out there, and he was very easy to find because all you had to do was follow your ears. Good man. Appreciate you guys. Everybody there at the park. The train show that was going on was outstanding, and anybody that I missed, I apologize, but man, it was good to finally meet a lot of you guys in person after having done so many different phone calls and Zoom calls and whatnot. And Wiz, always a lot of fun. I will say, I had intended to spend a lot more time at the tournament, but my schedule kept shifting and changing, and it turned out that I didn't get to spend as much time at the major as I had hoped. But next time I'm there, I'm looking forward to, hopefully I'll be playing. Hopefully by then I will have practiced enough to be worthy to play against you guys. But really for me, just as the announcer, when you guys were all playing, I was just sitting around going, man, I wish I played. Man, I wish I played. So anyway, great to see you guys. Let's get to the UK results. Women's singles. Now, if you remember, Philip Barnett made all of his predictions, and he said basically Kim's going to win everything, including juniors, I think is what he said. No, he didn't say that. But I will say this. They did need to buy an extra suitcase for all the hardwood that they had to haul home. Kim Jackson takes first over Kelsey Banks, and Chandra Hammond comes in third in women's singles in the UK major. How about John Steins, our newest UK champion? He takes down seniors over Rich McDonald, and the Wiz comes in third place. Good shooting by all you guys. John Steins, congratulations. Byron Smith repeats as the juniors champion. He takes down Austin Pettit. Cooper Davis comes in third. Well done, young men. So Byron Smith, a repeat European major champion. Kim Jackson and Chad Jackson in doubles. They take the hardwood there over Kelsey Banks and Frank Geers. And there was no quads run, but in the big blind draw, it was Kim Jackson who paired up with the aforementioned Josh Heiser over Alistair Pettit and Liam McGrath. And Liam and Helly, it was good to see you guys there too as well. I'm sorry, I meant to mention you. They were some of the first I saw when I got in there. And I tell you, Liam's game has really come along as well. And so has Helly's. She and her friend were throwing some lights out cornhole as well there at the facility. Charlie Lomax and Frank Geers partnered up and came in third in the big blind draw. Doubles, Tier 2, Charlie Lomax and Frank Geers take Tier 2, which is kind of why I'm glad he's not here today. Nick Pettit and Alistair Pettit team up to take Tier 3. And in world doubles, how about Liam McGrath and Josh Heiser pairing up and battling all the way through the main bracket, only to run into Kim and Chad Jackson, who ended up taking the world doubles. Kim and Chad, congratulations. Liam and Josh, second place. John Steins and Craig Smith come in third. Tony Gavin and the Wiz in fourth. Kelsey Banks, Chandra Hammond, tied for fifth with Ben Gregory, Dale Unwin, and tied for seventh, Jason Rayner, Jake Blaha, and Daniel Lilly and Adam Sanderson. Good to see you in there, Daniel, in there tied for seventh. In world singles, it was David Morey taking Tier 2. Ian Biddulph taking Tier 3. And if you had a guess who took down world singles and you didn't already know, who would you say? You'd say Kim Jackson. You're half right. You got the Jackson part right. It was Chad and Kim fighting for the world singles title, and Chad takes down Kim for the world singles title in the UK. Congratulations. Kelsey Banks takes third. Jason Rayner fourth. Charlie Lomax and Craig Smith tied for fifth. Nick Pettit and Daniel Lilly tied for seventh. So those are your results from what was an outstanding major there. Love the facility, the UKCL guys. Awesome. Daniel Lilly, awesome. It looked cool. More videos coming from that. You'll have an opportunity to see that. And hopefully we'll be able to do more events there just in Tamworth, right by Ashby. A really cool area there. And I think it was in Ashby Market Street where I got the opportunity to hang with Nick and Al and Big Ben and Frank and the Collinses and the Baileys joined us up from Cornwall as well. We're going to get to those guys here in a minute as well. But that Market Street's really cool. That's one of those places where they close it down on the weekends and do farmers market stuff and all kinds of things. But really a neat area. We went to a really cool restaurant where we kind of took over the entire back. You saw some photos there as well. But a lot of bottles of wine, a lot of brotherhood and sisterhood as well. And that's a point I'm going to get back to here in a moment. But first things first, I want to make sure we cover off on Mishawaka. And that crew was Aaron Candler, Frank Geers, Jesse Hempy, Craig and Ashley Irvin again, Philip Barnett on the mic. And I know BW Bags were on site there as well. And thanks to that whole crew for pulling off Mishawaka, our first time in Mishawaka, as a matter of fact. And congratulations to our winners. Remember I told you were going to hear Kennedy Meinecke's name again? Yeah, it's because in Mishawaka, she comes back in, takes her second first place women's division out of the last three majors, one of which was the same weekend. So really, she took the only two she was able to get to and participate in. So congratulations over Martina Belt. Josephine Ernstberger comes in third. Steve Heath takes seniors and Tom Gorski in second. Bob Vaunch back. Good to hear Bob Vaunch's name again, as we've discussed earlier in the season. He comes in third. Bryce Jefferson takes juniors singles, juniors, and Sammy Van Sickle comes in second. Wiley Chambers in third, I do believe. Those are names you're going to continue to hear about throughout the singles division, not just in juniors. Josephine Ernstberger and Dale Barntrager came in and took down the co-ed doubles. Martina Belt and Russell Tabers come in second, and Ashley and Craig Irvin come in third. Quads, CBC, who was doing gangbusters. I didn't see a final. I don't know if they've gotten to the final yet of the that bag. I don't even know what the bags bracket is, but CBC continues to get a lot of votes. Thank you for your support of all ACO bag partners, but continue to throw your votes behind CBC if they're still out there heading it up. And in second and third place, Basement Bags, nicely done. Big blind draw, Tyson Pack and Craig Irvin drew one another, took down first place. Devin Thompson and Sammy Van Sickle come in second, and Carol Wozniak and Wiley Chambers come in third place in the big blind draw. Doubles, Tier 2, Aaron Snyder and Jason Hayes. Congratulations. Jeremy Randall, Brandon Rumler take Tier 3. Tier 4, Nick Hartzog and Josiah Simpson take Tier 4, and Tier 5 conquered by Robert Highland and Rich Mortensen. Congratulations. In World Doubles, Brandon Bobilia and Kevin Marsh taken down by Sebastian Barger and Hunter McCullough. So congratulations, Sebastian and Hunter. And some big names all throughout there as well. In Tier 2 singles, it was Andy Tibby. Tier 3, Trevor Hoff. Tier 4, Chris Heiser. And Tier 5, Mike Schaefer Jr. Nice to see him hoisting a little hardwood as well. I saw that photo over the weekend. And in world singles, Sebastian Barger takes third, and it was a battle between Darren Zastro and Drew Waking. And Drew Waking takes it. So let me see. I'm going to make sure I got this right here, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So that's Drew Waking taking 2 out of 3 as well over Darren Zastro. Nicely done. Scotty Ball, Misha Johnson, Tony Pena, David Riley, and Austin Thompson also showing up big time in Mishawaka. And the photos look cool of that of the turf laid down in that venue. And the thing that I really kind of wanted to point out, and if you watched, whether you were watching the UK or whether you were watching in Tulsa or whether you were watching Mishawaka, the thing that I noticed, and I had it said to me, was how happy everybody looked. I think everybody's ready for spring, certainly. Spring fever is hit. But everybody just looked like they were having a great time. And that really is what it's all about. And the brotherhood and sisterhood that we see here in the States absolutely carried over to the UK. It was like a family reunion where everybody came in and you're all related, but you've never met some of your cousins. It was very much like that. Going in, everybody just immediately embraced one another. Hey, and maybe this has been the round table where you've all gathered and met up or heard your names mentioned or whatnot. But it was so cool to go in and meet members of the community that we've talked about and hadn't met face to face, or their extended families or get to go out to dinner and do different things. The Baileys and the Collinses are hosts, and what really got this whole UK thing started with us out of Cornwall. So great to spend time with them. Toby spent his ninth birthday at the Par Inn celebrating with him. We got to go do all kinds of different things, and they were kind enough then to take me out on my birthday. We flew into Dublin and spent a couple of days. One of the things that we did was definitely a bucket list thing for me, is we went to the Guinness Storehouse, also known as the Guinness Factory, also known as the Guinness Brewery. And it was such a cool experience. Now, I'll tell you something funny at the end of it, because we're here at the home office in Cincinnati, but to get to go to Dublin and go through the Guinness presentation of how proud they are of their product, it was really cool. One of the things, they illustrated all the different elements of what makes Guinness. But the water feature, where they talk about the water used in Guinness, was one that really caught my attention. I wanted to share this with you. Check this out. Now, if you're going to tell somebody about your water, that's a pretty cool way to do it. And that was just one of the innumerable cool things about that trip. But I had a laugh, because we always talk about how big the world is, but how small a community it is. So we go through, and we buy a couple of things here and there, and we go out by the black gates, which are the Guinness black gates that everyone gets their picture in front of. So I was with the Collins family, and we were trying to do the selfie. I don't have the go-go gadget arm that Frank does to do the selfies. So this guy says, well, hey, I'll take your group photo. Very nice. Thank you very much. And he said, would you mind returning the favor? So I said, yeah, I'll take your guys' photo. And I said, your accent, are you guys from the States? He said, yeah, we are. I said, where are you from? Cincinnati, Ohio. So the family that was there walking out right after I walk out was from Cincinnati. They live about 25 miles from here. Excuse me. So it just goes to show you, no matter where you go, it is a very tight, small world. And I just thought that was pretty funny. As a matter of fact, we ended up, excuse me, my kennel cough. We ended up taking a horse and carriage back the 3/4 of a mile back to the hotel. And the horse's name was Whiskey, Tennessee Whiskey. So every bar we went into, I wanted to hear Irish songs, and it was 70% Americans, and they were playing Bon Jovi, Tom Petty songs, but they were playing them on the flute, the squeeze box, and the guitar, or whatever. So it was really a great experience. I can't thank, I know for myself, the Collinses and the Baileys for their hospitality. I know Frank, Al, and Nick, and Daniel, and everybody involved with the UKCL that made it happen in Tamworth. Can't thank you enough. Got to go see a football match. If you get an opportunity to go to one of these European majors, please do, and go and do your research. Chad and Kim, as a matter of fact, their excellent cornhole adventure, I don't think we're going to have room for it in this edition of the Taco. We're probably going to post it as its own thing. They went everywhere, literally everywhere. And AT and Tammy last time went everywhere. These guys went everywhere on top of everywhere. So she's putting together a piece, I do believe, and we'll feature that on its own, because it should have its own spotlight. But the camaraderie, the family that we talk about, it absolutely was on full display, and cannot thank you all enough. And whether that's Tulsa or the UK or Mishawaka, thank you everyone for your hospitality. Our survey winners, the Clarksville survey winner is finally in. Cameron Lobin from Kentucky. Congratulations. You got a free singles and doubles registration to an upcoming major. It's a $120 value, which is why you should fill out the surveys and let us know how you found your experiences in the different cities. Mishawaka is still out in the field, so if it's in your email box, fill it out, send it back to Margaret, and we'll see if we can't get you on that winners list as well. Mishawaka, we didn't have an opportunity on the Taco last week to congratulate Herb Eddie and Annika Smith from Indiana for winning the mystery bags for registration, being in the first 100. So congratulations, you guys. This weekend for Bentonville, Kathy Swingrosh from Missouri and Jarrett Scott from Tennessee. bags coming your way. ACO stamped and approved bags coming your way for being one of the first 100 to register. We do have a Whole Nation shot of the week, thanks to Tracy Rich Pyle. And this one comes from Tulsa, if I'm not mistaken. And it comes from the adaptive division, which I don't believe I had my adaptive results earlier, but you're not going to believe this. It was Wheels and Batman. And that is where you'll find your shot of the week.
Thanks, Finn and Frank. Welcome to this segment brought to you by Whole Nation. I'm your host, Rich Pyle. I'm going to show you a cornhole shot from a recent tournament. A pivotal shot. A game-changing shot. A shot you don't get to see every day. Check out this shot of the week.
This week's shot of the week comes to us from the Tulsa Major in Oklahoma, where Matthew Davis and Russell Love are paired up against Gary Ferguson and Sammy Van Sickle in the Adaptive Cornhole Division Championship. Both Russell and Sammy throw their first bags off the board, and Russell drops his next bag a little deep on the left side of the hole. Russell decides to go for the gusto and throw not one, but two airmails in a row, trying to grab the bag that he threw earlier that was just a little out of reach. But with those two airmails in a row, he clinches the win in this exciting division in the ACO. Great shooting, Russell.
Thanks for watching this week's Shot of the Week. Now let's turn it back over to the Taco Show with Frank and Finn at the ACO World Headquarters. Frank, Finn?
So we continue to be committed to and growing the adaptive cornhole portion of the program. And I like seeing those who, as we've been told is proper, able-bodied, grabbing chairs and firing and seeing exactly what the challenges are and how much more difficult it might make it from your regular day-to-day pitch that you throw to find out how hard it is maybe to make that adjustment. And kudos to Wheels for continuing to be on the point of the spear. Batman, nice work. And again, we're going to continue incorporating this throughout communities around the country to try to build the adaptive cornhole division. But great shot of the week right there. Appreciate that, Tracy. Thank you very much. The Beast package, speaking of beasts, is still available for you at AmericanCornhole.com. That was the package that was used on that Thursday Night Football piece with Marshawn Lynch. And if you'd like to have that entire setup at a special price, it's all still there for you. And I think now we can basically look ahead. Now that we've looked behind to see where we've been this weekend, Bentonville, Arkansas. I know it's one of everybody's favorites. We will have time to fill here at the very end of the program, so you will find out who it is that he is picking to win it all. Space and Wi-Fi concerns keep us from having a stream there, but I think that it might be better from what I've heard about the Bentonville Major that maybe it's not televised, if you know what I mean. Anyway, but good luck to everybody who's making the trip to Bentonville. Peoria follows to wrap up the month of March, and then we are off to Shreveport-Bossier for the fourth of 5 Pro Series Skins games. And this is going to be awesome because if you remember, if you went to Shreveport-Bossier last year for our first visit there, one of the more epic welcome bashes there at East Bank. And I'm really excited because we've talked to Bo and it is back on. The welcome bash, we'll have more details for you. But if you remember, we had the blind draw double elimination tournament with a nice purse on the line. 64-player max, so you are going to have to get in early. We'll tell you more about it. But Bojax and the 7th Tap, Pierogi, and a couple of others that were part of that there at East Bank. Cool outdoor area right next to live music. And what a great way to kick things off there in Shreveport-Bossier. So that welcome bash is back. And again, more details on how to get into it and what it's going to involve as we get a little bit closer. So next week, I would say probably would be the right time to be telling you all the details there. But make sure that you get signed up. Don't miss out. The Pro Series Skins is in full effect. Philip and I will be there handling the duties on center court April 4 and 5. April 11 and 12, 2 majors going on, Upland, California, and then back to Toledo, the Glass City. Then we move on with 2 majors the weekend of the 18th and the 19th. That would be Texas and Duluth, Minnesota. And then May 2nd and 3rd, back to Mobile. And once we get into Mobile, and into May, that home stretch is on because we wrap things up, as you know, Memorial Day weekend in Branson, Missouri with our 5th and final Pro Series Skins Cornhole. Cannot wait. The Punta Gorda 3-day festival is still on. Make sure you get in there and become a part of everything going on at the Twisted Fork, 4 Point Sheridan, the Convention Center. $20,000 purse spread out over the 3 days. Big fun, especially for bag maker teams. Don't miss it. The Punta Gorda 3-day festival, the Gulf Coast Classic. And also, don't forget the National Senior Games. We're going to be part of that as well. And I think we've done it. I think we did it. We made the triple layer taco happen. And hopefully you've had a great Taco Tuesday. Hopefully the last couple of weeks have been great again. Steve and Shelby, congratulations to you. Hope you're enjoying your honeymoon. Congratulations, Chad and Kim, on an amazing trip throughout the UK and throughout Europe. And to those of you who are in Tulsa or in Mishawaka, well done. Congratulations. We'll be back again next week. Frank will be side by side with me. He is out scouting new places. I believe he's in Virginia, looking to get back into Virginia as well right now. So whether you're on the East Coast, Midwest, out west of the Rockies or the West Coast, all I can tell you is stick around here for another moment. You're going to find out who Phil thinks is going to take things down in Bentonville, Arkansas. And on behalf of myself, Finn the Loudmouth for the ACO, Eric Heinerman behind the scenes, and Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, we remind you, as always, no matter where you are in the country or around the world, keep on pitching.
Welcome to another episode of Time to Feel. We're headed to Bentonville, Arkansas this week. Always a good time in Bentonville. Let's get on with my picks. In women, I'm going with Kennedy Meineke to take this field down, but watch out for Lisa Hill, Jordan Kirk, and Kim Jackson also in this field. In juniors, I'm going with Parker Burgett, but watch out for Chase Hollis. And coming in from California, Carsten Morris, really good player from out west. In seniors, I'm going to go with Rich Jones to take the seniors down, but watch out for Hollywood Page and Art Brown, who took the Tulsa major down a couple weeks ago. In co-ed, I'm going with the team of Brandon Lacewell and Lisa Hill, but watch out for Carsten Morris teaming up with Kim Jackson and also Hunter McCullough and Kennedy Meineke. In doubles, I'm going with the Slim Rickfords from right over there in Arkansas, Zach Dawson and Kobe Baskins to take this field down. But watch out for Douglas Parker and Jack Harcrow in this field. And in singles, I'm going to go with Dustin Arant to take the singles field down. But watch out for Jack Harcrow and Douglas Parker here. And that's going to be my picks this week for Time to Feel. If you think that's to pick you, prove me wrong.